Hey everyone, welcome to JOEGA-JOY Fitness and to this abs and bands class. So today we're going to be using a dyno band if you do have one. I've drawn a line down the centre of mine to mark the middle, just so that when we're using it I kind of got an instant recognition of where I can have equal resistance on both sides. If you don't have a band, it doesn't matter. You can use weights or you can just do the whole class without. There is no need to have anything with you. What I do ask is if you do enjoy, please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to let me know you've been coming through, and hopefully you'll see day rise come as we come. This is how early in the morning it is here. We're doing it before the sun is even up. But we are up, we are ready. So if you're ready to go, let's go. So just roll through the shoulders, just a little knee bend as we go. I'm all out of sync. Never mind. We'll catch up to ourselves. And just do a little march in position, just kind of shake it out. Maybe some heel digs, just kind of loosening up and lengthening through. Moving that body. Side touches. Just the usual limber things. Out the back. Arms long. Okay. Just reach down, reach up, reach down, reach up. So just remembering, slightly different to other exercises using these bands. So they do ping, they do snap, they can give you a bit of a smart. So just to be aware, looking for good form, just taking that march backwards and forwards, swing the arms, get ready to go. Take it wide. Ah dear. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to forward this on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start off with, soften the knees. Just start off with wrapping, just because this is going to work into the lower back. And that's an area that always just needs that little bit of extra focus, a little bit of time and attention. We don't ever want to ruin our backs, so starting off gently. So it's a continual 70 seconds followed by 20-second rest, so there's your minute and a half. So try and keep moving through the 70. If you need to take a rest, of course, it's fine. You know how your body's feeling, you know how you're travelling. Looks like it's going to be a stunning sunrise today. Try and get you a little look at that in a bit, maybe. Some good colours coming across the horizon, across the mountains. Oh. Okay. So, bell coming up. Here we are. So just, it's only a 10-second rest. Just take a little stretch. Sorry, I thought it was 20. It does say 20 in my notes. Alright, so side reaches, we're going right and left. So what we'll do is start off on one side and then we'll switch and we'll try and do kind of 10 seconds on each. Reaching through. Again, spinal mobilisation. We're using, change sides, using the arms, but we're also working into abs a lot today. So it's kind of abs and bands. So change sides. So these are working into the obliques and the abdominal muscles, warming up, stretching through. Change sides again. One more change side. And then we'll just do some alternating, so just up, up and up and up. Feeling really warm already. Whew. Okay, so in our little 10 seconds off, which we have here, it's an opportunity to get a drink and to remove, maybe just open a layer of clothing. So we're going to start off, band around the back and push it out, chest press. So if you were lying on the floor, you'd be pushing up towards the ceiling. Because we're doing it here, we're pushing up, pushing out. Obviously, if you've not got band, use your weights or just do it without. Push and pull. Oh, just unzipping my cardio is not enough. I need to take it off. We've had the most ridiculously hot weather here the last few days. It's been like 24 degrees in the middle of January. It's been so hot. It is set to change though, so you're set to have more seasonal degrees. But yeah, really, really hot. I think it's going to be another hot one today. Okay, 10 seconds. So, letting that go. All right, I'm just going to take that off. So, standing knee to elbows, choose a side and take the same side. So I want you to think about contracting at the waist, reaching the arm overhead is going to stretch it out, and then knee to elbow. But remember, this is a resistance exercise again, so if you are wobbly, holding on is not going to be a detriment to the exercise. We are not looking for balance, although balance is all about the core, if you need to. And one of the great things about this is all these exercises can be done in a chair. So you can sit in a chair and do everything, definitely up until now. So if there are any exercises that can't be done in the chair, I will throw in a modification there if I remember. Ooh, losing my trousers. Yeah. Ooh. Last 2 seconds. Those extra 10 seconds usually work to a minute. I can really feel them. All right. So we're going to take the band again. So again, if you're in a chair, you're taking it out in front. You're going to contract across the back. So it's an upper back contraction, and you are stretching, stretching the band across the front. Obviously, no band, you just squeeze the upper back. If you're doing it in a seat, you sit down and with weights in hands. So, although I can feel this across the upper back, I can feel it in the chest as well, because when you release it, the resistance is in pectorals because they work in pairs. And remember, adjust your hands. If you need it a bit easier, have them the band slacker. If you want more work, have the band tighter. 22 seconds to go. Hey, keep the band away from the face in case it does ping or snap. Don't want you taking an eye out. Don't have to come to class in safety goggles. Hey. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let that go. Yeah, and other side. I can feel that already. Oh, this is our 10 seconds. Take your breaks. All right, now we go. Yeah, those breaks are important. A little stretch, a little drink of water, a little walk around, a little mental preparation for the next one, and then on. It's kind of working on that overload principle. So when we stop for a moment, you know, even if you're in the gym, if you're between sets, you take a little break. Let the body kind of come back towards its steady state, its resting state. And then when you push it again, it's like, oh, more of an effort. If you keep it going and you keep working at the elevated steady state, it doesn't work in quite the same way. So it's different principles of training. Oh. I've written this class out and I'm trying to see without my glasses on what's coming up next. I have no clue. It's just a smudge of words on the page. But we've got 10 seconds for me to have a little read in between. Okay, let it go. Right, oh, just stretching out. Okay, so it's back to the band. This one's going to be right and left. So we're doing standing superhero. So band under one foot, band in the other hand, and you take one leg behind and one leg over. Sorry, band in the same hand, one leg behind, one leg in front. So band under the same foot as it's in the hand, and it's the, so kind of like, it's called superhero because it's kind of a bit like Superman, that line there flying through the sky. Now again, I'm putting my foot down in between each rep because it's not about balance, it's about resistance. But if you can keep the foot off and you want to, dry throat, you want to practice, you know, with the balance, then you can. Again, sitting down, you just pop the band under one foot and reach one hand up and overhead, or no band, hand weight. Loads of options, always. Shoulders are getting a good workout. And we've got a couple more reps. Okay, let that go. So just give that a little shake out. I've got a really dry throat this morning. Sky is beautiful. All right, other side. So the 10 seconds is supposed to be about setting up for the next one, but I've been faffing. So it's not quite happened. Okay, remember the tightness of the band is going to denote the intensity. So if you have got it nice and slack and just take it a little way, it's going to be a lot easier than if you've got it held taut and you're pulling against that resistance. And with this one as well, there is enough band here for me to double up. I'm not feeling double up at the minute. Maybe that will come, but no. So there is that option when you double up. Obviously you've got double resistance. Let's see how we go. 15 seconds left. So you can feel it in the shoulders, you might be able to feel it in the glutes as well. Obviously we're using the abs and bands. Abs are used when we're standing. Let that go. So if you are working in a chair, not so much on the abs. Right, we've got walkaways, I believe. So it's coming down, that's what we're going to do. I didn't get a chance to see it. Walking out to plank, making sure it's a nice strong plank, and walking back. Okay, so coming back to standing. If you're doing this in a chair, you're just going to roll down and roll back up. If you are not able to do full plank, remember you can do it on all fours, roll in and out. Okay, so there's this option to do sort of a 3/4 plank from the knees. If your knees are buggered, then do it in the chair. Do it standing, do roll down. Okay. I haven't left myself enough room really here. Oh, can I come back a little bit? Okay. So don't let it pull into your lower back. Keep that bum as high as the shoulders. There's a tendency, some people sort of sway the back and drop it down. Keep it up high, wrap the abs on. And as I can't see you, I don't know. All right, let that go. 10 seconds. Right. Ah, that was supposed to go in the middle of the standing superheroes. We weren't supposed to do them. There we go. Okay, we're going to come out to plank. So into our plank, and everybody's favourite, into down dog push-up and down. So options here, on hands and knees, cat and cow. Okay, if you're doing it sitting, it's cat and cow seated, or option Options galore, 3/4, and then you can take it up to down dog. Ooh, fell off my mat. And bring the knees down and release. So you're pushing up, okay? So option, down dog to plank and lift. Seated cat and cow, kneeling cat and cow, or kneeling 3/4 into that down dog. Okay. Think about form, think about speed. Take a break, 10 seconds, right. Okay. All right, coming up, we're going to do windmill to right side. So, standing, legs wide, arms out to the side, reaching over. So I'm going over right hand to left foot, but to you that might look like my right side. So just keep going on the same side, same direction. Coming up again, sitting in a chair, you can do this one. You can do this one with a weight, or I think a band as well. Wasn't quite ready for that. So stretch it up and then down. Stretch and down. Stretch and then down. And again, adjust the length of your band to get side. Okay, take your rest. We are going to go to windmills on the left side straight away. Nothing in between this one. So, arms out again. If you're seated, just going, I'm just going to do a couple like I did before, where I picked up the band. Standing on the band with both feet, that doesn't help. Ten seconds. All right, let that go. 10-second rest. Just see how we're going. You can see the sky over there. Right, come on down. We're going to take the band around the feet and we're going to row. Okay, so again, if you're sitting in a chair, take these off, you just put the band around your feet, you just sit up nice and tall, and you row. Think about that upper back. 15 seconds. Really squeeze that upper back, keep the hands grazing past the ribcage. All right, take that away. Let's have a look at what I've written to what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a dorsal raise. So find your midline, feet kind of apart for a nice stance, arms out to the side, and so lat raise out to the side. Now I'm letting the resistance come off all the way. Again, of course, doing these sat in a chair, nice and easy. Do them with weights. It all translates. And obviously, if your band's not long enough, you can tie it around the waist and do it. Sit under your bottom. That's an opportunity to do seated. Pop it under your bum. All right, up we go. Okay, take your rest. We're going to take biceps. So you can take both parts of the band in one hand. Again, sitting, standing, weights, no bands. Curl it up. I'm just going to go one, pull up, elbow is glued into the side of the waist, band, I've got my band so that it's tight but not taut, and then I pull it taut as I pull the hand up. So we've got resistance coming up. And we're doing overload on one side, the other arm's getting a bit of a rest. While. "15 seconds on this side. Okay, last one. So you've just got enough time to set it up for side two. About 10 seconds. I'll redress myself, of course. All right, again, just looking at the resistance of the band, pull it up and down. Last few seconds, last couple of reps. All right, last one, let that go. All right, I want you to come back down to sitting. What we'll do is we will work on the upper back again, so kind of looking for that midpoint in the, and we're just going to take one out to the side, so we're alternating, squeeze the upper back. Feel that squeeze. I've got a big hole in my band. I'm going to have to trim it, I think, and resize it. Oh, squeeze, 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 squeeze. So range of motion with the band is obviously compromised because you're resisting against the band. So you might be doing smaller. I've certainly noticed on this, I'm doing a much smaller range of motion, like, you know, than I have because of the resistance of the band. And again, you can manipulate that by having the band a bit looser. I prefer to start with the band at least taut. And obviously sitting down in a chair, you could have the band under the back of the knees or under the feet. All right, let that go. Oh, just a quick stretch. Right, come on up. If you can hold the band up in one hand, you're going to press down. So I want you to have the band taut, so the elbow is at a right angle, then press down. So you're working into the triceps at the back. Okay, now your arm that's up might get a bit sore, unfortunately. That's one of the extra bits of work. Again, you can do this just sitting in a chair. You can do it with weights. You just have a weight in your hand and just press down and up. The thing I like about doing it with the bands is you get that resistance on the way back up, so you have to stop it from pinging up the same way you would if you were in the gym working on a press down machine. You would push the weights so the weights go up in the air, and then you would gently let them drop back to the stack. In the Shala, I have a hook on the wall and I thread the band through it, so you could always do that, and then you can give this arm a rest. Okay, 5 seconds. All right, let that go. All right, so we're just going to set it up for the other side, but I'm not going a second sooner than I need to, because I've got to get the blood back around this arm. Okay, let's go. So have it tight resistance, press down, press down. Really keep that upper arm glued in, so don't let that elbow flare. Keep it like I've run a line of super glue and it's squeezing the rib cage. When you're standing, of course, you don't want to be arching your back, so nice soft knees, tuck the tailbone under. If you're seated, you tend to have much more support on the lower back. So with something like this, it doesn't make any difference to the exercise whatsoever to be standing or seated. It's certainly not any easier. It's just you're maybe not working a few extra of the stabilizer muscles, but you are protecting your back. So you know what you gain. You might lose a little bit somewhere else, but you gain as well. Right. Alrighty. Alright, last one. Let that go. Okay. We're going to come back to some abs exercises now. So we are going to do some standing elbow to knees, just rocking side to side. Oh, I can feel my spine crunching. Again, you can do this in the seat. Excuse me. Okay, last couple of seconds. And release. Okay, excuse me a second. So, with the band, I'm going to get you to just kind of loosely tie it around the legs, taking them out wide, and then just taking a squat. Okay, so obviously, if you're doing chair exercises, you would take it and then you would just step one and step the other if you're doing it seated, but we're not, but you can be. It corresponds. So squats with resistance against the band. Squeeze the bum on the way up. Keep the posture nice and solid. Try Try not to drop yourself down and collapse. Sitting up and just, I guess if you're seated, you could just work the knees in and out. So if you're sitting down, you can do this, which is quite tough. So, options. Always. All right, let that go. Just keep the band where it is. We're going to do some of those side lunges. So we're going to take it, up goes our side on, step, together, step, together. The band's a bit loose, I'm going to bring it up. Step, together, step, together. So we're doing this in isolation, but you can do it as a compound exercise. You could do it with a bicep curl or a frontal raise or an overhead press. We're doing it singularly. Just because my band's a bit loose, it's falling down. Ten seconds. Whew. All right, let that go. So keeping the band in a round, you're going to push and push, okay? So hold it here, push and push. So it's a bit like the starting exercise. Chest. Again, you can just do this with hands, you can do it with weights, do it standing, you do it sitting, you do it lying. I mean, everything can be modified. You don't want to get out of bed, you can lie in bed, do it in bed. Maybe you can't get out of bed. Maybe you want some exercises to do. You can still do them. Okay. Oh, the sky is beautiful. All right, last one. Let that go. We're going to just put that down. We're going to do flutter kicks, mummy kicks, but we're going to do them standing. Okay, so kicking them out, just kind of shaking everything off. We've only got a couple of sets left. So again, do these lying down, do them in your seat. Do them with weights, not do them. That's not an option. It is an option, but you know. Almost there, 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Let it go. Right. Last one, we're going to do knee lifts. You can do them with the hand. We're going to do half and half because we've not enough time. So think about the abs. Alternate, alternate, alternate. Crunch the abs. Again, if you're sitting down, if you're lying down, if you're not and you want to be, do it now. 20 seconds, keep going. All right, there they go. Pass that over, I don't need 10 seconds. So just take the arms around behind you and open up that chest. Good. And then take the arms around in front and open up the back. Oh. Good. Right, one leg out in front. Yeah, it's always better when you're finished. But it's good to do. Yeah. Step that foot back and come into a calf stretch. I never want to do it, you know. And then once I've finished, I'm like, I'm so glad I've done that. And I do really feel set up for the day. That's why I love doing stuff first thing in the morning. If you can balance. I just find once I get into my day, I'm like, you know what, but other people, it works for them. So, you know, whatever works for you. Bring it around, sit down. I'm just get it out of the way first thing, and then I know the whole rest of the day is mine. And then also what I find is, when I've done it in a morning, I'm really more conscious of my food and what I'm eating and when I'm eating. It kind of, you know, it's not just of the time, it kind of spreads throughout the whole day. So it's, yeah, so I like it for that as well, because it kind of, yeah, you kind of, I guess you put that effort in the morning, you want to make the most of it. So, morning workout, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, I can feel that. Right, bring it round in front. Ooh, I'm a bit wobbling. Oh. Okay, take those arms one up and over and just bring it into a tricep stretch. I'm just going to turn that right down. Yep. Just because the man's going to speak to us in a minute and I don't want that. Bring it across the front, stretch the shoulders. And then take it into, remember to include the thumb. So just taking a bit of a stretch through brachio, bicep. Lovely. And we'll just do that the other side. So wrap it up and over. It's proper daylight here now. It was absolutely pitch black when we started. The day has caught us up. And across the front. Oh. Nice. And then just that final little stretch into it. Okay, setting those feet up. Let's take those breaths in. So if you're gathering all the vibrations, and let it go. And again. And release. One more. 3's the charm. Bring it up. And bring it in and down.